In this video, I'm gonna show you how to change the oil in the MDX faster. So right now, I'm gonna lift it up from this side here, and then I'm gonna get under there and start draining the oil and let the pan catch it. And then I'm gonna move over to the passenger side. Just want to show this again. It's a 17 millimeter. Here I have the drain bolt with the crush washer. As a quick reminder that it is your favorite 0820, and it's 5.5 quarts. So this plus another quart you're going to need to reach the level for a replacement, and whatever your favorite is. There I use synthetic Castrol Edge. And so again, with the while this is draining, the B16 is the rotation of the tires, I believe, the oil change, and the rear diff, which I'll show in a little bit. I have a cool tool to show you. Let's do this. Grab this bad boy here. This smaller, fit under the cover. All right, so we're back here. Let's see if I can get a good angle on this. Here we go. So this hole right here is the access hole to get to the rear differential filler hole. And I bought this at Walmart. It's a flex spout, and what I plan to do is put the bottle in on this side. It has threads here for different size bottles. I've already expanded it, fit it through exactly through this hole. It touches the filler bolt, and I can turn it up. And what I want to show you here is that they actually gave us room to put a bottle up here. Maybe not much, but you'll have to tilt it towards this side because this side has a lot of electronics and hoses in the way. So if you have your bottle, you can tilt it this way. This thing was less than $1, so pretty cheap. And the filler hole is right here, and it does say the dual pump DPSF, and I'll show you that. And then I have here the, can I show you in the frame, the drain hole here. I don't know why it looks like it's leaking a little bit. This is a brand new car, never been changed, so kind of weird that it has fluid there. But anyway, that's what I plan to do. I don't think I have to show you how to do this. You could also use the method with the pump So if you get one that is a handle pump, you just pump it and then it through the clear tube it goes over to that hole. Obviously what you're going to do is you're going to fill it up here until it leaks out. I'm going to go ahead and raise the car so I could get a good angle on it, and then as I lower it, it'll drip out to where I need it, and then I'll close it up after that. And it looks like the oil change is almost done. Alright, so you guys, the Honda Genuine Dual Pump Fluid 2 is what the booklet calls for maintenance, and this is what I picked it up for. Now, if you search online, you can get it for $8, and in person, I just decided to pick it up since it was coming due. It was $15 for each one of these. I called the Acura dealer. They had it for $11, but they didn't have it in stock, and they said they wouldn't know when they were going to be getting it. I found out through the forums for Acura and Honda, it uses the same one. The difference is the part number, which is this, ends in an A, so 9007A, and that is what is marked on the rear diff and in the maintenance, so the dual pump fluid too. So don't sweat it if you can't find the Acura brand with the A. I believe that if you were to book a service with Acura, they would just go over and get this one here. They didn't want to tell you that when they sell it to you, so it's kind of dumb, but I believe you can just swap these out since it's the same type. If you look online on Amazon, which I'll try to show the link in the description for Amazon. Amazon shows that these are equivalent part numbers, and in their description they show why. So these are some Honda Acura resellers that you know, get it from the dealer and then ship out or drop ship it to you for a cheaper price, and that's what they recommend. And of course, don't forget to put back the drain bolt and the crush washer and then tighten it, just like in the last video. All right, so here I have the oil filter that I want to remove, and before I mentioned how it kind of sucks to drain this one here, and it leaks everywhere, so I MacGyvered and made some of these scoops. This is another one that I made that is more of a funnel, so it goes behind it. I'm going to try it out and see how well it works. I'm going to try to remove the filter, and then hopefully all the oil goes in the pan. So this one has a little spout that it comes out of, so we'll see. Little oil deflector things there in the pan with the tire out. The tire's right up against the pan. It looks like it'll reach, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it off and try it, and hopefully there's no spillage. Here you can see it's pretty much worked. It's gone just far enough out, about 1.5 inches, 2 inches out away from the frame, and it's deflecting the oil into the pan. So good deal. All right, new filter's on. I did spill a little bit once I removed the filter and the little tool here that I made, and we're ready to fill it from above. I turned the wheel back straight, so it's pointed to that side to get more access, and now I can just lower the car. There's nothing under there anymore, no oil container. So let's lower it. Now, of course, I always recommend to have a jack stand under here. Since I'm not really under the car and the car is pretty high already, I can pretty much get into the car without the car falling on me. So I wouldn't say it's 100% safe, but it is a lot easier to do on this MDX. but I got it loose. All right. Well, that's what I was looking for, was to break it loose. Probably don't use an extension. It's a lot harder to get it loose, but you can use the extension after you break it loose. Shouldn't leak out on this, but take it for all it's worth here. There we go. So this is what I'm doing through the hole, through the frame, removing it. It has a washer on it, so make sure that it's not stuck on the surface there or falls into the pan and you forget about it. If I can show you, the plug has a little bit of sludge on it, so you just clean it off on a napkin, wipe it off. All the automatic transmissions have this on there as well. It's kind of normal to have some sort of sludge buildup from mechanical stuff like metal flakes and stuff initially. That wears out and it goes right to this bolt. So no problem. Okay. All right. For the fill up, it is not exactly 2 quarts. It's I think 1.75 quarts or something like that. And so what I did here is I marked the total ounces on here. I converted to ounces, so I'll do all of this bottle, and then when I get to this one, I'm going to be adding in all the rest until I get down to 24 ounces, which is that line right there at the bottom, and then everything else after that is extra. So as soon as I hit that line, let's see, right here, that's where I kind of need to stop, or that's when it should start coming back out of the fill hole, and then we should be good. I'll have that little bit of extra just in case I spill something or some of it stays in the funnel. I'll have a little bit extra to try to get in there. So let's go ahead and get started. I also decided to put a secondary clean pan here for the fill hole, just so that way if anything falls into it, I could possibly reuse it if it doesn't have any dirt in it. So it'll just be dripping down, and if I run out or something happens, I can put it back in the quart bottle and shove it back in quickly. Okay, so this is it. I stopped recording at some point. Here we go. So you just tilt it up this way, and there's nothing in the way. You can get it all the way up without having to use a pump. You can kind of hear the air bubbles going in there as it's filling. And if you forgot to pick up one of these fill holes, you could probably do it with a funnel, some sort of funnel and a hose, and have that set up somewhere in this area, fold it upwards, and then stick the bottle up higher than it and pour it in. So don't freak out if you didn't get the tools, or you could shove a hose over it and tape a couple hoses together to fit it. The diameter of the bolt looks almost like 3/4 to an inch, so you have a lot of leeway to fit different size hoses over the mouth of the bottle and still maybe downsize it into something smaller. So now I'm rotating it. The bottle is almost 100% facing all the way upwards, hitting the the floorboard of the car, of the, I believe it's either the back trunk area or the or it's the third row, one of those. So this little tool has actually worked out really well, in all honesty. So I did spill a little bit, but that's okay. And now I'm on to the secondary bottle, which I mentioned before. I gotta pour it and then keep checking it until I get down to about this area. And then again, this is probably gonna leak out right around at this point. Actually, if I have it upside down like this, I can actually read when it's getting to the 24, so it should start leaking out pretty much when it gets to the 24, and we're getting there in about 6 ounces. So I should start seeing some leakage coming out. All right, we got about 4 more, 3 more ounces, 2 more ounces. And I should start seeing something here. All right, so let me double check. We are at, oh, a few more ounces. Oh, there we go, I think. Are we getting there? Yeah, I think so. I think we're... Yeah, I think we're there. Okay. That's all right. That's quite all right. Quite all right. So we got to that point where we had 8 ounces left, and just like they said, that's about where you need to be. So I need to get this back on, so I will go ahead and stick on the extension through here. Come on. There we go. And I just want to wipe this off really quick. Hopefully it gets a good seal here. And then I will use my wrench. I know this isn't out in the sun, but you can tell the difference between the new fluid that leaked in the clean pan versus the old fluid, which is a little bit more black. I'm gonna put the light on it because when it poured out, it was pretty clear. So here you can see under the light, if this was the sun, this is the color it looks like. It was a golden when it was falling, but in this pan, it looks a little bit brown or reddish. But it didn't have that type of color when it was coming out. It was more of a gold color, translucent as it was pouring out. But that's what it should look like. It's pretty clear, in all honesty. See if I can get the light shine there. I'll clean this up with some brake clean, dry it off. But there we go. Fill plug, drain plug. All cleaned up, brake spray, no drippings, no dirt. Real quick to reiterate the lift point, there is a piece of metal there. That's part of the frame. So it is about that far back. And to the rear, lifting from here, car on position. Then the maintenance B16 is due. So we can see if we can focus in on this. For whatever reason, it's not doing it. Okay, so push to dismiss, and then we need to find the oil. And then if we hold the scroll wheel like we mentioned, and after holding it, it'll let us reset it. There we go, and it says all items, or B1 and B2 only, and we're going to do all items since I did the oil, rotating the tires, and the rear diff fluid, and I did it at 12,400 miles. So whatever you're at, whenever it tells you, you just click and reset is complete. 100% oil life.